How's it going, Radical viewers? Gaddy right back into it with another Legends of the West video. The third to last one, if I remember the count right. Either way, it's going to be one of the last few until Red Dead Redemption actually comes out with, I don't know, content for Red Dead Online. That's not just kind of updating a role or a crappy outlaw pass. That's literally just me grinding for God knows how long and not actually interesting. You get the drift. And today we're going to do a very special gun, very dear to my heart. We're actually going to do my gun, oddly enough. But before we get into that, once again, Grim Giveaways is going on for December, so be sure to keep an eye out for a code scrolling at the bottom of the screen, and the second you catch eye of it, drop that down in the comments for a free entry for a game of your choice on the platform of your choice, should you win. And for a second free entry, just hop on over to Twitter, tweet at GrimGaddy, hashtag GrimGiveaways, along with the code for a second free entry. Without further ado, let's go ahead and make my gun in Red Dead Redemption Online. Not gonna lie, I kind of bought this thing on a whim just because I was helping a friend of mine, actually purchase a self-defense weapon, and he actually went with Henry lever action, and upon seeing this wonderful 45 long Colts faux Stag handled single action army in the case for dirt frickin' cheap, I decided I could not live without it for some reason, so I bought the damn thing. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start breaking this sucker down piece by piece, shall we? Starting with the grip. This will be probably the one and only time I recommend this, but I recommend the basic grip. I literally recommend it exactly because of how shoddy the texture is, and how it's kind of all over the place with the grain, which I actually need for this. I did play around with the burl grip a little bit, but honestly it didn't quite fit what I wanted, so again, basic grip. For the barrel, regretfully, even the short barrel's too long. I actually got a shorter barrel than this on my own, so I'm a little saddened. I actually did want one in this barrel length, but regretfully what they had in the case was shorter than that. I'm a little saddened by this, but oh well. I still get to say I have a single action 45 long Colt, so there's that. For rifling, mine is actually rifled, so you have no reason not to throw it on there, even for cosmetic excuses. Iron sights, if you want to stay true, gotta be stock. It's just got that little gutter trail on top of the frame, sadly. You could throw on improved, and God knows you're not really going to notice it too often, so you can get away with it pretty easily. Just saying. Move on to the meat of the subject, the styles. Barrel, cylinder, sight, and trigger. All black and steel. Why black and steel and why not blued steel? Because frankly, blued steel literally looks way too blue to me, and it bothers me because of that. You could throw it on and it would look newer, and most light it would look just fine. Not even gonna argue that. I would say, however, the trigger does stay black and steel, because even looking at this sucker right now, yeah, that doesn't look like it has actual same kind of bluing at all, but it's not color case hardened either, just staring at the sucker. Speaking of color case hardened, guess what? The frame and the hammer, we're going to throw tempered steel on. I'm really sad we can't actually do the trigger guard a different color, because the trigger guard on mine is actually brass. I'm really sad we can't do that. But yeah. Want to stay true to what I look at? Honestly, black and steel. Actually kind of comes off like this weird faded kind of gray in the light too, strangely enough. Ah, that's hilarious. But yeah, there's that. Engravings. There are none. Simple as that. Carvings. Just because it is a faux Stag horn grip, I actually did decide to throw on the Stag carving. Mine actually doesn't have a carving on it, but I threw it on there to just kind of emulate the point home, because faux Stag, you know. For the varnish, going with something that actually kind of looks like it, Myrtle comes really close, and I appreciate that. Bright maple is also a fine suggestion. I feel like it's a little bit too dark in the brighter areas, which kind of throws me off. Gray birch does look pretty good. I wish it had just a slight tinge of yellow, and this would win out the gate. But those are just kind of my recommendations. Also, walnut actually looks really good looking at it, and I see it. But ultimately, I just settled on Myrtle. I actually like the contrast where the darkers aren't too dark and the lights aren't too awful light, but they're also not just plain white and they have a little bit of yellowing to them. Yellowing. English is hard. That all said, that's it. That is how to make Grim Gaddy's actual cult single action army in Red Dead Online. Not gonna lie, if they actually do update this thing to where the Calamans are actually balanced with everything else, including the damn Navy, I would gladly use the sucking. I meant to swear there, then I realized I wasn't gonna swear, so I tried not to swear. Good God, what is wrong with me today? Ugh. Anyway, you get the point. Like, I would use the Cattleman if I had an excuse to use the Cattleman. Sadly, the Cattleman sucks, so I don't use the Cattleman. Anyway, once again, I just hope you all enjoyed. If y'all did enjoy, a great way of showing that support, as always, is by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and maybe sharing it with your friends. And tuning in tomorrow, where I'm actually going to show you this particular outfit. And why it's very important to me. And why I've been wearing it for the last couple videos of this. I give you a hint, it has to do with the new channel mascot. Anyway, once again though, thank you all for watching, and as usual, cheers to those that love us, the losers that lost us, and as always, lucky sons of bitches that get to meet us, and we will catch you all in the next video. See you then. And as always, a great shout out to our channel supporter, Matthew Dens, who brings us one step closer to going completely ad-free on all future videos. All I need is a couple more of you like him, and God knows, you guys will never even have to see ads on any of the videos. God willing.